Good evening and thanks for tuning in. I'm Ann Powell with the WJTS News. Du Bois County is at an orange level for COVID-19, and you might be wondering, what does that mean for residents? The overall size of social gatherings and events is limited to 50 people. Venues and events can have up to 25% of the facility capacity if event organizers submit a plan to their local health department. The county's weekly score was also updated to yellow on Wednesday, but it will remain in the orange advisory level requirements. Whenever a county's metric or score rises to a higher color category, then that county is moved to a more restrictive advisory level. When a county meets the metric or score of a lower restrictive color category, it must remain in that less restrictive color for 2 consecutive weeks before being allowed to move into a lower advisory level. For this reason, a county's advisory level can be different than its current weekly score. The positivity rate in Du Bois County continues to drop. The Indiana State Department of Health reported 10 new cases and no additional deaths on Thursday. That brings the countywide total of COVID-19 cases to 5,712 and 98 deaths since the pandemic began in March. Indiana Health Commissioner Dr. Christina Box also announced on Wednesday that an audit discovered nearly 1,500 deaths that had not been reflected on the state map. These deaths have now been added, which increased the county's death total. The county's 7-day rolling average for all positive tests is now 6%. To see a breakdown of the county's COVID-19 cases by age group and for more information, you can head to coronavirus.in.gov. The best way to protect yourself and others around you is still by practicing social distancing, washing your hands frequently with soap and water, and to wear a mask. Perry County Sheriff Alan Malone is back home after being treated for COVID-19. Sheriff was transported to a hospital in Louisville last month after suffering complications associated with the virus. Sheriff Malone is still recovering from the virus and is not overseeing any deputies quite yet. Chief Deputy Eric Dickinson is overseeing the sheriff's office and Perry County Detention Center until Sheriff Malone returns. Indiana health officials are adjusting the quarantine rules for students exposed to COVID-19. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb announced these changes during the state's COVID-19 weekly update on Wednesday. The new school recommendations allow schools to shorten current 14-day quarantines to 7 days if the person exposed has had a negative nasal swab test in at least 5 days after the exposure. Indiana lawmakers are considering changing the visitation restrictions at the state's health and residential care sites. A measure that unanimously passed a committee would require health facilities to allow at least one caretaker to visit a resident during compassionate care situations. Long-term care facilities would also be required to participate in the state health department's Essential Family Caregivers program. That program designates at least 2 caregivers who can enter the facilities and provide residents with support like meal setup, grooming, and general companionship, even during periods of restricted visitation. The Hoosier State is expecting tens of thousands of COVID-19 vaccine doses. The National Pharmacy Vaccination Program partners with Walmart, Kroger, and CVS to administer the COVID-19 doses. The state has already partnered with Meijer, Kroger, and Walmart for vaccine distribution at select store locations. State Health Commissioner Dr. Christina Box says that Indiana will receive 20,000 more doses as part of this federal initiative. The proposed legislation that would have prohibited Indiana employers from requiring workers to get vaccinated for COVID-19 has come to a halt. It would have allowed employees to decline COVID-19 or any other vaccines for medical, religious, or personal reasons. State lawmakers discussed the bill in a committee last month, but determined that it did not have enough support to move forward. No additional hearings or committee votes have been planned for the bill. Residents have a new opportunity to enroll in health care insurance for 2021, but only for a limited time. The COVID-19 open enrollment period starts on February 15th and ends on May 15th. And if you need any help with the enrollment process, then TRICAP is ready to help. TRICAP is offering free, local, and unbiased assistance to anyone needing to enroll in Medicaid or Marketplace health insurance. Consumers enrolling in a plan are guaranteed to receive comprehensive coverage with no pre-existing condition exclusions or markups. All plans cover essential benefits, including doctor and hospital visits, prescription drugs, mental health treatment, and maternity care. Testing and treatment of COVID-19 are considered essential health benefits and are covered by all healthcare plans. There is no cost for navigator assistance. The health insurance landscape can be confusing, but free local help is available. If you live in DuBois County or the surrounding area and would like to make an appointment, you can call 812-482-2233, extension 145. And if you live in Pike County or in the surrounding counties and would like to schedule an appointment, you can call 812-354-8721, extension 107. The Princeton Police Department is asking for information about a drive-by shooting. It happened on the evening of January 27th in the 500 block of North Seminary Street. Police say a 1998 Blue Ford Mustang was driving northbound and fired shots into an occupied home. No injuries were reported. Officers are asking for information about the driver and passenger. If you have any information, contact Captain Mike Hurt with the Princeton Police Department at 812-385-3437. A Leavenworth man is facing several charges after fleeing from state troopers in Orange County. Troopers tried to pull over 21-year-old Nathan Fay for going 87 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone on Tuesday. Fay refused to stop and continued speeding. He eventually pulled onto a shoulder of State Road 145 and drove 5 miles an hour for a quarter mile before coming to a complete stop. After a brief struggle, Fay was taken into custody and transported to IU Health Hospital in Paoli for minor injuries. He was then booked into the Orange County Jail and charged with resisting law enforcement with a vehicle, possession of methamphetamine, marijuana, and paraphernalia, reckless driving, and operating a vehicle while intoxicated with a controlled substance. The Lagodi Police Department is having a community memorial service for one of their former canines. Canine Roxy passed away due to health issues last week. Captain Jason Hennett and Roxy worked together for over 6 years. Roxy and Hennett became a certified narcotics team in April of 2014. Roxy was certified in locating methamphetamine, heroin, and cocaine, and was certified each year. She was deployed 175 times to search buildings, vehicles, schools in both Martin and Davies counties, and luggage for school trips. Roxy performed 14 demonstrations for the community and is responsible for 139 arrests. Their service takes place at 1 p.m. on Saturday, February 6th, at the Martin County Community Building, located at 2668 U.S. Highway 50 in Lagodi. The Jasper Street Department is taking steps to keep their employees safe from the extreme cold weather. The department will occasionally run double trash and recycling cardboard routes, 2 crews running daily routes to keep employees from extended exposure to unsafe temperatures. Residents are asked to have their trash and recycling cardboard items out on the curb no later than 7 a.m. on your specified day. The past 11 months have made it pretty hard to remain optimistic. However, one local organization has been working hard on trying to keep the positive atmosphere alive. Thursday, February 4th, is Optimist Day, and the Optimist Club of Jasper is inviting the community to celebrate. Club members continue to find optimism by reciting the Optimist Creed. It is a promise that one makes to themselves to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind, total health, happiness, and prosperity to everyone you meet, and to press onto the greater achievements of the future, among other things. The Jasper Optimist Club is celebrating its 45th anniversary this year and has been supporting local youth since 1976. The club has also been involved in several projects, including the Jasper Strassenfest Parade, the Avenue of Flags program, and their monthly special needs program, along with many other youth and community service activities. To learn more about Optimist International, you can visit the organization's website at optimist.org, and to learn more about the local club, visit the Optimist Club of Jasper Facebook page. And stay tuned, your weekly forecasts and sports with Kurt Guxel are still to come onto the WJTS News.